Today, lads, we're talking about it. It happened again. It happened again. The Angel Reese stat pad happened again. If you guys don't get what Angel Reese stat pad means, when I say that, I mean like the most shameless stat padding ever. If you guys don't remember, when Angel Reese was trying to keep that streak going, they'd be down 20 points and teams were like fouling her. Like, they should have been dribbling at the clock and she was screaming for the ball under the basket and everything. If you guys agree this is crazy, subscribe. We are trying to get to 57,000 subscribers as quickly as possible. If we can get to 57,000, we're not going to hit it. Like, we have gained 170 subscribers in the last basically 10 days. But we're trying to see if we can somehow hit that by the end of the month. That would be absolutely insane. Goal is 60k by the end of this season. Then we can push for 100 next season when Caitlin's back. But anyway, we got to talk about this. So, let's look at the end of this game. We're going to watch this on 1.5 times speed for a little bit. So, there is 22 seconds to go. Paige forces a turnover here. Louisa Geisel-Suter's there. Paige looking for a back. And by the way, up to this point, Paige Bueckers has been the most aggressive she's ever been. So, Paige drives to the basket. Doesn't even try to really shoot the ball. Just looks to draw the foul. There's no foul there. There's absolutely no foul there. Paige initiated the contact and she just flung into Veronica Burton's arms. Paige is on the ground. The ball goes to Geisel-Suter. Haley Jones is having none of it. She's getting her shot up at the end of the shot clock. And then Paige also gets Paige gets an offensive rebound for that, by the way. Paige gets credited with an offensive rebound because Temi touched the ball. So then Paige didn't touch the ball. She had the offensive rebound. So then they miss again. The ball's in the hands of Kayla Charles? And they're just leaving them dribble out the clock. No one's doing anything. And Paige goes and fouls. No one's trying to foul her. Paige goes and fouls. And then the free throws happen. Immediately after that, the timeout is called. Yes, a timeout is called immediately after. It is a 9-point game with 3 seconds to go. The rest of her teammates are trying to let the Valks dribble out the clock. And then all of a sudden, you've got an inbound play right here, which, by the way, was a horrific inbound play. Like, the ball goes in right here to Maisha Hines-Allen. Louisa Geisel-Suter comes off off a flare, and Paige with 0.7 seconds to go gets the ball from Caitlin Clark range, and that's not going up. So, look, Paige is allowed to have bad games. Like, she is allowed to have bad games. I still think she would be a better basketball player if she had been guarded like this from the start. I think the biggest problem is that she was being defended. Teams were effectively letting her score. I don't mean letting her score, but they were like willing to let her score. I think that's the best way to describe it. They were perfectly willing to let her score. They didn't care how many points Paige Bueckers scored. They didn't care. They did not care. And like, it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm so glad the Valks did not let her stat pad. They did what the Mercury did last year. If you guys don't remember what the Mercury did, the Mercury absolutely not the Mercury, the Liberty. The Liberty did not let Angel Reese break that record. Other teams were. I think Tina Charles fouled Angel Reese on purpose. Nafisa Collier fouled Angel Reese on purpose so that she would get the double-double record. Whereas when it came to the Valks, they were like, nope, the record stops here. And that's one of those things where it's like, this game and the Seattle Storm game, they were the first two times I've seen teams really go like, with the same attitude as they had for Caitlin Clark, like, we are not letting her score. We are not letting her score. The rest of you's got to do something. We're not letting her score, which is the way it should be. Which is the way of a player of Paige Bueckers' talent and ability. It should be. And I do think the more Paige gets guarded like this, the better she's going to be. I think long-term, getting guarded like you're an all-WNBA level talent. And I don't think she's an all-WNBA player. That's just my opinion. I listed out the players and I'm like, is she all-WNBA over Kayla McBride? No. Is she all-WNBA over Jackie Young? In my opinion, no. Should she be all-WNBA over Kelsey Plum? No. Skylar Diggins? No. Should she be in the conversation for WNBA? Yes. And is Paige Bueckers the Rookie of the Year? Yes. But like, she has all WNBA ability. We know that. We all know that. You are lying if you don't believe if you don't believe that. But at the same time, like, there has been situations where, look, Paige Bueckers has not played winning ball. And a lot of people are like, oh, like, it's her teammates. I'm sorry. We've seen with Kelsey Mitchell. Sometimes when you don't have the teammates, you got to go and just take over yourself. And, like, if winning ball needs you to shoot 28 shots to win a game, shoot 28 shots to win a game. Like, doing the right thing. If doing the quote-unquote right thing is passing the ball to a 0 or a 6% three-point shooter in Grace Berger on the three-point line for an open three, that is not the right thing. It's like saying passing the ball to Alyssa Smith at the three-point line is the right thing for Caitlin Clark. No, it never is. Call your own number over that. If it's a layup, it is what it is. But call your own number. But the Valks did not want to let this happen. The Valks did everything they could. Like, they guarded Paige Bueckers as hard as I've seen them guard any guard this year. And, like, the Valks have shut down Kelsey Plum. They've held Kelsey Plum to 4. They've held Caitlin Clark to, like, 14. Was it like 14? But it was on much worse. It was on equally as bad shooting as Paige. Might have been worse shooting than Paige. Like, it is, like, they have been exceptional. And Natalie Nakase is very good at stopping guards. She's very good at stopping guards. And then, in fairness to the Sun, the Connecticut Sun really, really, really could be good if they have if Lacan's eye is okay. Like, if her eye is okay, it'll be a really tough one for Paige. Like, imagine being guarded by Layla Lacan, Bria Hartley, and Sanaya Rivers for an entire game. And then you've got, unless you're putting Tina Charles in the pick and roll, you've got Anissa Morrow and Olivia Nelson-Ododa hedge on that pick and roll. And you better believe the Connecticut Sun are going to want to win that game. They don't want to be last. They don't want to be last. They've heard all the noise. Like, the Connecticut Sun, there is a possibility that the Connecticut Sun end up as the 11th seed, which is a hell of a lot better. Like, they want to be closer to the 10th seed by the end of the season than they are to the Sky and the Wings. And if you're the Connecticut Sun, I kid you not when I say this, like, if they didn't blow that 21-point lead against the Fever, they would be on a 5-game win streak. They are one blown 20-point lead away from a 5-game win streak. So this is a team that can hoop a little bit. And ironically, the Dallas Wings, had the Fever not choked against the Dallas Wings, the Dallas Wings would be on a 12-game losing streak. So, look, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'm glad the stat padding's over. I'm glad this bullshit streak is over. I'm glad because we saw Paige Bueckers towards the end of that game be more focused on her streak than actually... Like, this game wasn't necessarily over. It was not over for quite a lot of that game. It was absolutely not over. But you could see... that towards the end of the game, Paige only got aggressive when the streak was on the line. If only Paige could get that aggressive, when the game is on the line. But anyway, I'll see you guys.